The way's clear.
I think I'm getting used to this.
To ever greater heights.
Power can be so intoxicating. I knew I could.
I think it can.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Hello, Relic.
Alright.
Not half bad.
Parket chest.
Hey.
What the heck is that? Quite an odd shape it has. Think it goes with something else?
Okay, so
You know what? It might be one of the relics Nurus was talking about, right? Let's show it to Nurus anyway. Alright, now we're done here. We're right near the entrance, but if we weren't, I would be really upset that Gallica wouldn't just let me fast travel. Although if I looked around a little better, I could have gotten the relic before the hunt, but you know, these things, they happen. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I'm out of here.
hey,
Gonna be night soon, we can't take the runner out in the dark, so we should call it a day. Do I wanna check? Show me the map. I'm the map, I'm the map.
let's see.
Yeah, I think we just want to go back to town.
Let's see.
Because this was a dead
Here's
end.
where we are now.
So we just want to go back to town.
Hey,
There's the quest for Yufa, which will get her confidant rank.
right?
But that's in, like, a different region entirely. Back to Vergid Island Tavern.
Speaking of,
We defeated the bounty, so we may as well report in at the recruitment center, don't you think? It was quite the formidable opponent as well. Seems that we must give our all with each and every task. A knight should always strive to grow ever stronger. To that end, I'll help myself to an extra serving.
Oh, goodness.
That's enough work for today. Don't forget to report the fruits of our labor to the recruitment center, yeah? I'm on it. It's a good thing we were able to convince the Magnus brothers to stay on the island until our fake lance is ready.
helpful.
Oh yeah, we're like making a fake lance here. That's what their plan is for Luis. What'd that say? We can't idly while away the time, yet more battles await us, so we should ensure our architects are up to the task. You'll keep been put through the ringer, nothing like food and rest to fuel the mind and body, huh?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Almost out of August. We're about to hit September.
Have a look.
I definitely feel like we're like, you know, we probably still have a good amount of game to go, but like we can't be like too far from the end. Like definitely over halfway. Based on how things are cooking. Ooh, Alonso wants to rank up during the day? That's interesting. Barden as well. Barden's always a daytime one. I don't know why I said Barden's... I don't know why I said Barden as if it was a surprise. He's always a daytime one. Alonso during the day is interesting, though. Stats are looking pretty good. No level 4s yet, but we're close on tolerance.
Alright then. Where to?
Recruitment center, probably.
Let's go.
What's up, bro? It's the enormous eyeball. You managed to slay the beast. Now the people nearby can feel safe to go outside again. Well done. Here's your reward.
We did it.
Courage. Do I get courage from this? Hey, increases courage.
Alright.
Win. Give me that courage. Still not level 4 yet. As expected from the candidate who's all the rage right now, I'll make sure to remember the name. Yeah, take a good look at him now because he's about to become more famous.
Impressive.
I'd love for you to take on more jobs here. Come back and see me again. Okay. Nothing right now. Yeah, the game ends. I looked at the calendar.
What
like
now?
a few streams ago I looked and it goes to like October, like Halloween? Goes up to the 30th. This is the day of the hero. I wonder if this is like the last, this is like when the final stuff, the final boss and final dungeon like take place. I don't know how it's gonna go. Day of the hero sounds interesting. But presumably this is like basically where the game ends, essentially. We only have 2 more months in the game. I don't know what I'm doing today. Am I going
All right.
Let's go.
to a dungeon or should I just do a follower? We have Yufa's quest. I want to really quickly take a look at
Everyone is
this.
here.
And now then.
Still have to go to the Spire of the Blind Fate.
All right.
That'll take 3 days. Weather's terrible,
something there.
though.
Which one?
We could rest there.
This place.
End of Ceremony is where Yufa's quest is. It's only those 2, I think, right?
We might fill a request there.
We must take this trial, must get stronger.
I should very much.
Yeah, I don't care
but
about the informant.
It's your. But which one?
Where can I find the fortune teller?
So.
I would like to have a chat with her.
All right then. Where to? All right then. Where to?
I think she's in Grand Trad, isn't she?
All right then.
Let's go.
All right then. Where to?
She's definitely a Martyra.
Let's go.
What say you?
Traveler, do you find yourself in ignorance of the weather? 250 Reeve is nothing.
Well, thank.
Let's see.
What do you want to check the weather? I would like to check the weather over...
Let's see.
here?
And right there's a lab.
Ooh, the next like 3 days, it's gonna be terrible.
And there's.
We'll face
This is not good in the slightest.
And right there's a labyrinth. This place.
I really don't like
This place.
the way weather works. Because like, oh, losing a press turn is just so... I think Sandflash is the weather that loses a press turn, isn't it? It's not heat?
Here's where we are.
I should actually read that. What does heat even do? Like, what is the negative effect of heat? Is it even, like, that big a deal? I was trying to remember which one takes out my press turn. It's not heat. I think it's Sandflash. Is there a way to check?
What now?
System. Tutorials. Operation. Where would they have weather be? Effects of inclement weather. When the weather is bad, enemies just become stronger. Okay, but like... Tell me the difference with heat and Sandflash. Because on the one hand, like, I go to the dungeons, right? If I go and the weather sucks, I'll feel like my time was wasted. And then if I leave, I'll have to use up time again. I'll have to use up time again
What now?
to get to that dungeon. On the other hand, if I hold off on the dungeons for too long, I'm probably gonna regret it. Sandflash. What's Sandflash? An occasional weather phenomenon specific to Martyra region where sand containing magma... Okay, no, this is specific to Martyra, so this can't be the one that takes out... I think it's any weather effect takes out press turns.
All right then. Where to?
So I'm kind of in a bind here, pun not intended. Because like if I go to the dungeons with the terrible weather conditions, I have to deal with the whole press turn icon just being broken. But they also don't want to wait too long to get like Yufa's rank or something.
Let's see.
Should be enchanting.
It's really
There's something
like
there, yes.
it's so
We might fill a request.
it's honestly stupid the way weather works.
I should very much.
Yeah, but it's your call.
Gallica's telling me like we're gonna get there by the time weather goes.
I can.
Yeah, it's your call.
Unpleasant weather? Yeah, we don't want that.
Yep.
I'm about to rank Alonso up, I think.
Greetings. Hey. Thank you.
Great, my network already had the info. Send the go ahead, I'll ensure. Alonso, what are you doing here? What are you planning? Have you heard? A little bird told me your daughter has the man she fancies. What was his name again? Oh, right, Calculus. Did you say your goodbyes to her before you left, or had she gone out somewhere? What have you done to my daughter, you cur? What happens to your precious daughter depends on you. Tell your guards to give us a little space. By the way, in case I haven't said it, I like Alonso's drip. What are you after, my life? If you're offering it, sure. There's something I want more. Tell me, where do your desires truly lie? My desires? What the hell are you getting at? This man's played Persona 5. To get into your purse strings, I had to use everything at my disposal to look into. What I found was rather discomfiting. Allegedly, you've committed several atrocities in various villages, yet many villagers still respect you. I'd assumed you used money or force to make them submit, but I was wrong. Perhaps you've hidden your true intentions this whole time. Explain yourself. She's 5 years younger than me, yes. She's quite lovely when she smiles, just like her mother. With such a beautiful little family at stake, you've got no choice but to obey your conspirators, told you behind closed doors.
That's right.
You were a beloved father, an upstanding man, and they noticed. They fed you lies and flattery in turn. One moment you're praised, the next threatened. And before you knew it, you've fallen in line with the oppressors of the weak and you can't break free. It's a rather pitiful tale, don't you think?
Silence.
What do you know? How could you possibly understand the depravity that taints the world? I have 3 daughters, and those scum, they...
Tell me.
Don't you wish you can end this ruse? I'd have quit a long time ago if I could have. I don't want to be stolen from any longer. I haven't the power to change a single thing.
Ridiculous.
That sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? Where have I heard those words before? Yeah, I finished the Dragon Temple. That was the main story dungeon. We're just waiting for the last 8 days to go by to move on the story. From yourself.
Well, sure.
You remember. Well, that's all in the past now, is it? If I hadn't met you, I would have surely ended up just like him.
Moving on.
Well, I've learned what I wanted to know. Now then, good sir, would you like a chance at redemption? I'll set your daughter free, and I'll even help you atone for your sins, so long as you agree to my terms and cooperate with me. Fine, I'll accept your offer. You have my word. You hear that? Alright then, time for the big reveal. I haven't done anything to your daughter. Actually, I've never even met her.
Hey.
You understand why I told you that load of rubbish, don't you? I took a gamble on you, on what you truly desire. Well, well, that's one mountain climbed. I predicted correctly and won my bet. Are things gonna work out?
Yes.
You don't need to worry. He'll follow through once he knows what my plan is.
I...
In hindsight, I've always run away from when things take a turn for the worse. Even when I tried to die, it was to escape my sins. But you've helped me figure out what I ought to do, something only I can do. Yes, I'm a liar and a cheat. Yes, I hate those who lie, and I hate the very framework of a world that made me become the deceiver I am. What lies ahead will be the great con man Alonso's work of a lifetime.
Remember your vow.
For this new king who will change this cesspit into a never-before-seen utopia, I'll pull the wool over the world's eyes and then take it for myself. This is rank 6 for you, I believe. I think one more rank and you get the level 2 Faker. Or is it rank 8? I don't remember. I'm sure you're dying to know what I have planned, just bear with me now.
Farewell.
When next we meet, I'll unveil everything in particular fashion. Be sure you don't delay, but for now, farewell. Your voice. Ah, Nurse. Juna doesn't want to rank up? Does she need a stat? I need more imagination for Juno? Are you kidding me? She is already ranked 4, but still. That blows. I guess we do Nurse because he's the only one available. I have a reportable quest? Where?
Alright then.
Where is this reportable quest? Yeah, I know Yufa has a quest for us. Oh, it's Nurse's quest. I forgot it's considered the quest. Let's go do Nurse. It's like the only viable option. Bad weather, but not what classifies. Here's my theory on weather. I feel like every region just has one weather condition that is inclement. Like, Sandflash only takes place in Martira. And heat, apparently, is Virga Island's thing. So maybe that's how it works. So every weather that isn't, like, fine is terrible. And the enemies are stronger, you lose a press turn, you get more experience. But, you know. Which, I mean, getting more experience is cool, but, like, I don't want to lose a press turn to do it. There is a way to change it. I don't know, because, like, I really don't want to go during a faulty weather condition, but at the same time, especially Yufa's quests, I don't want to wait too long to get Yufa's follower rank. I don't like the weather thing in this game. I don't really think it was, it kind of just seems like a really pointless addition to the game. Kind of like how I feel about it in Mega Man 04. Like, why bother having it and just, like, rely on, like, difficulty shenanigans if you want to, like, make the game harder? It just seems like an unnecessary way to make the game harder when there's already, like, difficulties in the game. You could be playing on hard, for example. Ha! Never gets old. Absolutely magnificent. All the wisdom of the ancients sitting in the palm of my hand rather gives a chap the strength to go on.
That's awful.
It's like this every time. At this point, I think your reactions are more interesting than the relics, Nurse.
Well,
Oh, so with this what's it set up like this, huh? Then it could be a forward compatible with modern design. Eureka! I'm struck, lad. Thunderstruck. The Nurse of moments ago was driveling buffoon compared to the now. It's all thanks to you.
thank you.
Nice. You can change it? How do I change it? The game probably told me, but I probably just ignored it. Which I shouldn't have done. Which also makes me think that the weather thing is stupid if you can just change it. But you know, the more I see them, the more mysterious they get. They're fundamentally different from igniters in both process and function.
That's...
Ordinarily, magic just isn't viable without Magla and magic igniters, whether for the Gauntlet Runner or otherwise. In fact, the country's technology practically relies on magic igniters. Dangerous dependency, that might be why I'm so drawn to these relics, or U-Lot. But these igniters convenient to have, though?
Of course.
Quite so, they're simple enough that even a child can work them, but that's the very trouble, you see. Wielding power beyond what we can handle is a fast track to madness.
The truth is...
Took a lot of experimentation, I'd rather forget that. I'd rather forget that, truth be told. I was once approached by the government to personally participate in igniter development. They gather up some destitute parapets who had no other place to go and subject them to experiment after awful experiment.
About that.
Were you part of that team?
Nope.
Nope. At the time, my coffers were thankfully full enough without their grants. I lost track of several engineers I once considered friends that did participate, and it's hard to imagine what evils they worked there. Us tech-minded maniacs were all too easily led astray. Dangle some new technology in front of our eyes, and curiosity will win over ethics every time. I never openly opposed the projects, absorbing myself in the Gauntlet Runner's research. Thinking back on it, I suppose that was an easy way to bury a guilty conscience. Naive as it was, I wanted to be responsible for an invention that inspired dreams, not one meant for only death and destruction. And now, after all that, I've been kicked back down to the bottom rung.
No, no.
I think it's better this way. When you say it like that, old sport, it's a bit easier to believe. Though it's only because of my past choices I can show off my best work nowadays, and the entire kingdom's a fine venue for it. A scholar could ask nothing more. Only at rank 4, which is so...
I'm a lucky man to be part of your
We still have
grand
4
quest.
more relics to find for you. All that said, I hope you'll still keep an eye out for these relics, eh?
This one's
Surely there'll be a relic in the side quest dungeon with Yufa or the other one, the tower.
However,
Something's nagging at me though. Why the devil are all these relic pieces so scattered about the world? Seems to me like they were all once part of a greater whole, so is this some kind of natural coincidental dispersal or something else together? Well, next time you bring a relic, you may very well get the answer, counting on you as always. We have to go to Verga Island and talk to a Denny
Time
near the
marches
dragon
on,
statue in the middle of
and the age
Verga.
of a new king draws nearer.
I would have just gotten access to that then.